Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Sourdough. What a game. Man, I'm so hyped. Hey, I need those fantasy points for my team. Hang on, give me like 2 seconds. Hang on. Alrighty. Let me just try. All right, so let's just get right into it. Let's just go in depth about everything. Did I just get a 2 point? No, I failed. All right. I know the Jets that's huge if the Jets win that. Anyways, what a game. I think everyone all around played really well. If I go back we'll get into every position really quickly for us. But simply, there was just a great game from everyone. Let's just go position by position, I guess. Jimmy G, I mean, that one pick was one of the worst picks I've ever seen, if I'm being completely honest. But other than that, I think he played pretty well. Some good passing today. It was pretty low scoring today. But still, huge factor for us. That was played really well. That's all we needed. Got the win. So yeah, that's definitely a game for him. Good game for him. And then running backs. I think our running game, I didn't expect it to be too much of a factor today. I thought passing game was going to be more of a factor. I was right. But I think everyone did pretty solid. Coleman got, I believe, 1 touchdown. Breida played well. Coleman did pretty well. As I said, Mostert didn't do too much, but Mostert didn't do too much, but I think our running games did too well. What's good, Grant? Thanks for tuning in. And I think our receiving core, I said our passing game was going to definitely be a huge factor in this. It was, and I think our passing was really. Hold on 1 second. Let me just see if I can clean the lens out. Sorry, I need to fix the lighting as always. It's usually not that good after this hour. If I can, hopefully. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. This is the best lighting we're gonna get. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, I think our receivers did well. I kind of wish they contributed a bit more. I think we could have put up a bit more if we had. There were definitely a few mistakes. I think Coleman should have caught that pass. Goodwin should have caught the pass. That was a huge miscue. But other than that, I think we did fine at receiving. Tight end Kittle had a great game. Let's just say the least. I think that's enough said. I mean, honestly, like everyone's saying, like he's not the best tight end because like fantasy wise, he's not good, not catching that many passes. But I mean, you have to watch the film. If you don't think he's the best tight end, you obviously don't watch football. Your opinion doesn't matter. Do not talk to me at all. Our offensive line, I think they did really well. I mean, School gave up that one tackle at the very beginning. He gave it that one sack at the beginning to Donald. Other than that, I think they did pretty well. Funny thing, whenever the commentators mention School's name or Brunskill's name or any offensive lineman, like they're usually like, oh, this guy's so good. And then the next play, he's gonna get a sack. That happened with the Donald sack and then the fumble, Jimmy G's fumble. That was two. And that was like the O-line did not do their job. That the commentators jinxed it. So if Fox, CBS, ESPN, NBC, NFL Network, if any of you are watching this, which you're probably not, but if you are, please do not mention our O-line being good because that's just going to derail us. Anyways, on to the defensive side. D-line, pretty simple. They did pretty well, obviously, really well. Solly had a great game. Armstead, great game. D Ford. Oh wow! So the Jets won. That's a huge win. First home win since October 14th of 2018. That's just depressing. Damn, bro. I'm glad that's not us anymore. But, okay, where was I? We were talking about the D-line, how they had a great game. Obviously got that one fumble from Armstead, fumble recovery. Pressured Goff all game. That was huge. I think that's enough said about that. Linebackers played pretty well today. It's always I feel like it's always hard to see like the linebackers like how well they played because they're like all over the place, like they're doing jobs everywhere. But I think they played pretty well considering that Rams scored 7 points. That if that offense scores 7 points, you did something really well. So that's safe to say. And then secondary, I think did really well today, locking up the receivers. That was one of my keys to the game. Excuse me. That was one of my keys to the game. They had to lock up the receivers, and they did just that. I got scared of it when Sherman went out, but he went back in, luckily. I do not want to have to play DJ Reed, Dante Johnson. I don't even know how those guys have a job. DJ Reed, he got pushed into that ball. Not his fault, but I mean he could be a bit stronger in my opinion. Yeah, I just feel like those two are not really fitting in with the team. But anyways, other than that, secondary had a pretty good game. Mosley is really stepping it up in replace of Witherspoon. Spoon should probably be starting over him once he's back. But Mosley is a solid backup that I'm more than welcome to have on our team starting. Yeah, we're 5-0. This is a legitimate team. I mean, if you say otherwise, it's so obvious that you do not watch football. I mean, that's all I had to say about being 5-0. It was definitely a home game there too, a home game environment, which that was really always fun to see a home game environment. I'm thinking next week's is at Washington. That's probably going to be another home game environment. I think that's all I need to say about that. Anyways, let's get into the fantasy points. I did this week 3. I was supposed to do it week 2. I forgot. Week 3 was the last time I did a post game. I didn't do it last week. Anyways, so right now, that's the wrong team. Okay, so Jimmy Garoppolo finished with 13.12 points, which he was projected 18.11. Dante Pettis was 6 points, projected 8.25. Debo had 3.40, 7.90 was the projection. Matt Breida had 8.30, 10.18 projection. Juszczyk obviously nothing. Kittle 14.3. That was pretty good. He's on my normal team too, so they're just showing highlights. I thought that was the Cardinals game maybe. Goodwin had 2.5 points. He's been kind of a non-factor this year. I feel like he hasn't been doing that much. He had that one touchdown week 2. Hopefully he'll get more targets. Everything. I know the Niners receivers. We've been kind of running through the running game more and more often. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Tevin Coleman 13.10 points. That touchdown helped a lot. 9.55 was his projection. Hurt on IR. Mullins 0. Levi Toilolo had 1.3 points, projected 1.21. He had that one reception. It was the shovel pass, good for the first down. Richie James finished with none, even though he was the punt returner. Bourne finished with 1.60, projected 2.43. And then if I go to my other team, which is just Ross Dwelley and Raheem Mostert, Dwelley had nothing. And he was in the game a lot, helping out fullback. And then Mostert had 1.30. So that does it for fantasy. Man, I'm just so hyped that we won that game. That's such a huge win. And then our next 3 games, this is like the Browns game and the Rams game were the 2 huge hurt. Actually, I include the Steelers game too, maybe. Or maybe not, because then Big Ben got hurt before. So the Browns game's done. We won that. Rams game's done. We won that. There's the hurdle. Now we got Washington, Carolina. Carolina's been playing well, though. I mean, we'll see how they do. I doubt they're coming off a bye, too, I believe, week 8. So we'll see how they do. And then we got Arizona, Seattle. That's a huge game. I'm hoping to go to that one. Maybe if I go to that one, I might vlog it. I'll probably go to one game this year. I'm not totally sure which one, though. And then Arizona again at home. That's the other one I might possibly go to. So yeah, Washington next week. That should be an easy win to say the least. If we lose, I probably will deactivate this channel. And speaking of that, I'm probably gonna do an earlier pregame and later postgame because I might have to record the game. I'd rather just record the game and watch it later than just like not watch it at all because I kind of want to get a post game out. Kind of want to just watch the whole game, enjoy everything. So yeah, that about does it. So yeah, what a game. Thank you all for tuning in. And I'll see you next week. Go Niners.